Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am here with some early morning crafting again. And first I want to say hi and hugs to Laurel, Gretchen, Amy, and Aaliyah. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for commenting and all. Okay, well, I finished putting this book together, basically finished putting this book together. Yesterday, sewed in the signatures, got everything placed where I want it to be, put a couple little charms on it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it pretty close to being done. There's couple things I wanted to do this morning though. I don't have anything in the front and the back pockets. And so we have these envelopes from yesterday. I was doing, remember this one? And I wanted to decorate this one to go with this book. If we have some time, I'll decorate the other ones. Also wanted to show you yesterday, I just couldn't wait until my retreat. So I took the digitals from Deb at Artsology, and I cut them in half and made little envelopes out of them. I just think these are so super cute. And so I'll probably do a little something on those at some point too. So if we have time, we can do that too. But first, let's get in the front, I wanted to put a large journaling card. And at first I was thinking of doing this half page of Daphne's diary, which would be fine, but I'd kind of like it to be a little taller. So I think I'm gonna cut down this one is what I think I'm gonna do, and make it about the size that I would like for in there. And yeah, so I'm hurrying this morning to get a little bit of crafting done. My son is here. So fun. His best friend from life came to surprise his dad for his 70th birthday, and he is currently living in Korea. So it's a big surprise. Yeah, I think that size will be a little bit better. Anyway, so he's really here for a weekend with his friend and his family, but he stayed here last night, and this morning there's some family stuff going on with them, and so my son is just gonna be here at the house and just hanging out. And we are going to do some stuff for I think we're going to do some stuff for my Etsy. We're going to do some stuff for, he's just going to help me technology wise, let's just say that. Because as you know, I need it. So anyway, but he's still sleeping, so I thought, well, I'll just get a video done, because I've been on the track of doing 2 a day, because I really want to have videos for you every day while I'm at my retreat. So yeah, so I better keep that little piece. There's my trims, or my bits, my trims. Oh, it is early. I just woke up really and just got out of bed. I feel like my voice is foggy and froggy. Let's get some. I kind of have another project I want to do today with straw paper, so maybe we'll have time for that too. I don't know, but if not, I've been doing 2 videos a day to get so that I have enough while I'm gone, and So I could always do it in the next video too. Okay, I am gonna want to tear this part jaggedy. Perfect. Okay. And then I'll tear down this one a little bit too. There. Okay, so that's going to be our back, so it's good for writing. So let's get that stuck down. Yeah, so my son came in last night. My husband was already in bed, and so we came down here into the basement so that our voices wouldn't wake him up, and visited a little bit. It wasn't like we hadn't visited in a long time, because last weekend, as you know, we had the 12-hour trip together to Denver, so we had lots of time to chat. Oh goodness. But yeah, I hope all my friends in the Midwest and to East are doing okay. My goodness, you guys have had some weather that has been not kind to you. Oh, I just, I watched the devastation on the news of the flooding and the tornadoes and stuff. This is probably so silly, but I know you guys can relate. I think, oh my gosh, I would lose everything in my craft room. Everything. And that would just break my heart. I guess, obviously pictures of family and things like that would also be devastating. but I just think about my craft room. So if anyone is in that position and for some reason is able to watch this video, once you get someplace where you could be settled, you just let us know in this crafting community, because we could definitely each take something from our craft room and get you restocked. I could take a lot from mine, no doubt. Oh my gosh, I've got gesso all over. I'm just quite the mess. Okay, so this side, I want to use some of the bits and pieces left from creating this book. I'm going to put the book up so it's kind of out of our way while we do this. Okay, so I have little bits and pieces here and there that can collage up the front here. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's put that somewhere like that. I feel like I have a lot of pieces from that particular piece of paper. I must have made something where I cut it into bits. Okay. I don't know if I want that. I think I want, even though the writing's upside down, we don't care about that, do we? Okay, and then I've got this one that could maybe go down this way. Oh, just need a little, I'll need a little piece across there. Do have that, which could be kind of fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. But I might want a piece across. I might put that across too. Let's tear it. Okay. I think I'm gonna do a little on the edges here, and then I'll do the edges of the big guy. I think it was my friend Jenny that said, "Don't you worry about inking. I like seeing the finished product." I said, okay, sounds good to me, because I just have to do it. Yeah, so visiting with my son last night, he said they surprised his friend's dad at dinner, and he was really surprised, and and got a little teary and stuff, so that was cool. And then they spent the evening reminiscing about when they were little boys, because my son and his friend have been friends since they were 5 years old. I had hosted a meeting for our church at my house, and his mom came to the meeting, and kind of at the last minute she called and said, gosh, I don't have anything to do with my kids. I don't have anybody to watch them. Would it be all right if I brought them? And I said, oh, sure. My kids are going to be here. They can all play together, and while we have the meeting, it'll be fine. And so that's what she did. And that first time when they met, and I know you guys with kids in their early 40s will remember this, but my son had a Hot Wheel little trike thing, and we had a slight incline in our backyard, and the sidewalk went down, and he and this little guy, I had this like that, didn't I? They played on that Hot Wheel going down that hill, up and down, up and down, up and down the entire time. And then we found out that they lived like, well, let's see, it would have been 2 blocks from us. 2 blocks in our neighborhood is where they lived. And so then, of course, they were fast friends and coming and going from our houses. And his mom was my son's second mom, and I was his friend's second mom. And my son said last night, and it kind of touched my heart, he said, I just feel so incredibly grateful to have a lifelong friend. And I thought, oh, you're such a good man. Yeah. That doesn't happen very often because, interests change, things change, Darn, I should have done that side, I guess. Oh, I probably put it upside down from what I had it. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so I thought that was really kind of cool that he acknowledges how special it is and that he's so grateful. So anyway, that's a lot of years, it's like 36, almost 37 years that they've been pals. So okay, well, we've got it covered. Now I'm going to sew around this, so I don't care that the pages are separating a little bit. But then I wanted to decorate it, and I really kind of wanted to use this Ladybugs Make Me Smile from Addie's Garden kit, because that particular little sentiment makes me smile, because she came up with that one all on her own. She draws ladybugs, and she said, I think I want a ladybug, and she wrote ladybugs, and she was like, She says, oh, Nana, ladybugs make me smile. And I said, well, I think that's a perfect thing to put on your card then. So I want that on there. And then I also kind of want a label, of course, like maybe right up there. I don't know what label. You know what I was thinking, actually, now it comes back to me, is I was thinking about having a label and stamping it with my This Book Belongs To stamp. Yeah, I think that'd be good. So let's base our label choice on whether or not the stamp will fit in it. I think I was thinking about maybe one of these. Yep. Yep. These are not, these are, I bought these, or I got them in, I guess I bought these, I don't know, but, you know, I like the ones that I get from Rachel and Tracy in their digitals. I like those better than, you know, a pre-made one. So it's always good when I feel like this is the perfect choice, because I tend to always go to Tracy and Rachel's. And now Deb's, I have a batch from Deb now too at Artsology. Okay. Gosh, you guys, I'm sore between the shoulders today from pulling weeds in my garden yesterday. I think that tells you that I'm in not great shape. Oh yeah. Okay. Do that. Okay. I'm just gonna stamp this off on here. Okay, pop that back in there. Ugh. Okay, so how do we want this? Maybe a little like that. Yeah, I think that's cute. I might do something along there. I don't know, but I like that. I forgot to say too, this is from my painted papers kit in my shop, and thank you everyone who's been picking those up. I have really had some fun with the digitals. They are fun. Oh, and that's something for me to talk about. I've had some requests to show how to do digitals, and I haven't fulfilled those requests because there's too many variables, I guess is what I would say. Everybody's computers are different. Your printers are different. You know, how you would scan. I don't know how to do it to show you. So, you know, all I can say on that one is I figured it out. So just about anybody could do it, I think. That is the truth of it, because, you know me, I'm not very techy when it comes to it. Okay, I'm going to put that there. And then I think I'd like something down here, I think. I wonder, my already made stuff, do I have, I've got this little bit of, would that be nice? Just a little kind of torn strip of that. I don't know, one way to find out. So anyway, it's not that I'm ignoring your request. I just don't know how to effectively do a tutorial on that. I just really don't. So, because like I say, everybody's stuff is different. And all I can tell you is Google is a great resource depending on what machinery you have. And as is YouTube, for that matter. And you know, I just feel like it's kind of like anything else. You just have to go for it. I mean, that's the only way I've learned anything, is just to go for it. Maybe that with a little piece of, maybe some fabric under it. What do I have handy? How about this? Oh, excuse me as I reach. Okay, I think I'll use this. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have trouble getting this undone. It's so cute to have a button on here, but sometimes it's really hard to get them undone. And and my little arthritic finger doesn't love it. So I think I'll leave that open, put it up here to my other desk, and take that button off of there. Ouch. Okay. I'm okay. Yeah. So anyway, I just encourage you to go for it, and I apologize for not being more help with it. I really always do try to answer any questions that you guys pose to me, but once in a while there's something that's like I just don't know how to do that effectively, and I don't want to confuse the matter, which is probably what I would do. Okay, let's give that a little chop and rip. That's a perfect piece to use on something else. Okay. And then if I decide not to use this piece, I can always keep it for something else, right? Oh my goodness, reaching for my ink hurts my back. I'm just a mess today. Let's see. I think I'll put that down below it. Like that. Now let's see. I'm going to be sewing on the edge. But maybe do I want to do a little sewing on that? I think I might take this piece. It's just hanging out in my little bits area here. Right there. And I think I might give that a little zigzag down the middle, or down this piece of it, before adhering it to the card. Yeah, I felt like I needed a little bit more texture there. Let's get my sewing machine over if we can. Okay. Come here, you. Okay, and then just gonna go like that. We're just gonna sew down that fabric. Okay, helps to turn it on. We'll zigzag, and see if I can turn that a little bit. Okay. Just like that. We'll have a little bit of texture. Okay, and then I am just going to see, I'm going to fabric tag that, but I'm going to be careful not to get to that edge. I hope you can see me. I'm way down in the corner. Yeah, I guess you can. Anyway, I'm going to not get anywhere my fingers are, because that's going to be probably stitched. So we'll just kind of get that half, and then we'll stitch around it. Right over kind of to Addie's tag. Okay, we've got the sewing machine over here. Let's go ahead and stitch around this. Got my pedal. We're good to go. You know what? I liked that better there. Just adjusting the size of my stitch a little bit. There we go. Okay. just kind of catching the edge of that fabric, so that'll be good. Catching the edge of the label. And we'll do one more stitch there. Thought of one more thing I wanted to pack for my retreat, which was my Edith Holden book. So I need to remember to grab that and put it in the tote. All right. Okay. We are good. Let's put this over here. Turn it off. I don't know that we'll be using it again. Okay, so I love that. All right, let's give it a little. That nicely disguises any Daphne's Diary that's kind of sticking out there. It's a good sturdy little journaling card there. Okay, cute. I love that. Okay, let's just give it a little on this side too, because there's a little, some of those cut edges. See that white right there? We're just going to get rid of that. Okay. All right. So that is finished. Let's see how it looks in the book. Yes. Perfect. Yep. That's great. And now that I have that in there, I don't really want anything right there. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's that part. Then I wanted to put this particular envelope in the back, I think. So again, I want to use up some of my bits and pieces here. Get rid of that. Okay, let's gather our bits, shall we? Gather our bits in a pile. That's a big bit, but still a bit. A little bit. This is a little tiny bit of Edith Holden. That might be fun. Okay, that's another one. Okay. Okay, I think I've got more bits under here. It's a rather big bit, but yet still a bit. Okay, I have some bits here. Bits here, a bit here. Gosh, I'm going to end up with one leftover page is all from collaging and stuff. Okay, well, let's see what we can do with these leftover bits. I kind of like that. Just cut right here. And it's okay that it's straight. Once in a while, that's okay. Gosh, that fits so perfectly there. I think that's what I'm going to do right there. Do a little painted paper. Okay, so that's going to go there. Let's see, what else do we want to do? We've got this bit. This is from actually an envelope, but I kind of tore it in such a way. Okay, I'm gonna, tear it down this way. And maybe even just go straight up here. And it's about right here. That is the flap. Oop. I am going to throw that away. Okay, do we have a bit? Yes, of music. Ooh, my bits are falling all over. Put that music under there. And that over the top. That could be that. And that fits perfectly there. Okay, that can go there. Ooh, will this little bit of Edith Holden go right there? Maybe we'll, actually, that doesn't matter. I mean, even though it's two pockets, I can still collage that as if it were one, right? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Gosh, I'm having a warm moment. My heater just kicked off. I have my bedroom window open. I probably should shut it. It's like not that warm out. But it rained last night, and I just love hearing the rain and the smell of it. I know after talking about the Midwest that probably the smell of and rain in general is not happy for them. Okay, I'm just going to do all this. I'm not going to, I'll maybe distress around the edges, but I'm not going to distress around each piece, I don't think. Okay. I love using up the bits like this. This is so good. Lord knows my bit box is full to the brim. So maybe I'll use bits from it on the other envelopes and just fit things where they fit, you know, to use them up. Because you can always pull it together. I think that's really what labels are good for. Is it really can kind of pull things together. Get this on, and then we'll decide what to do with that little bit on that top pocket. Boy, I've used this glue page for a while. It's probably well in need of replacing. I think I'll do that after this one because I think it's going to stick. Yes. Okay. Nice. Okay, you are done. Thank you for your service. You are done. I have my book here that can be... Okay, so let's put this on. Ugh. Yeah, I had cut these out, this out as tags on the painted paper, but this just fits too perfectly. I just gotta do it. Gotta do it. Okay. Okay, and then this bit and this bit. Let's do this in half-ish. Just want to use them up. Just want to use them up. So I have to tell you guys something fun that I think I haven't told you for the retreat. You know, my pal Denise at A Tattered Dream was going to come, and then they had some stuff come up at home that she isn't able to come now, and I've known that for quite some time. But anyway, I received, and I don't think I've told you this, I received a nice box in the mail of goodies from A Tattered Dream for all my ladies at the retreat. Wasn't that so thoughtful of Denise? I thought that was so nice. And yeah, let's do that. That kind of pulls that together, doesn't it? Yeah, anyway, what a sweetheart. So they'll all have some goodies to play with, no doubt. It's like my friend Catherine and I were talking yesterday afternoon, and she was like, oh, I just hope I brought enough and everything. And I said, oh my gosh, you know, what's going to happen is we're going to get there, and something that someone else is doing is going to grab your attention, and you're going to just have to make one of those. And then I said, I don't think we're going to run out of anything to do. And the good thing about those two is if you find you need a certain supply or something, pretty much somebody's going to have it. Somebody's going to have something to share. So, yeah. But she's so cute. She's excited. So am I. Cannot wait. So, let me talk about that for a second while because I think, let's see, I want to do the back too because it's going to be loose. Let me see the time. We're good. Okay. Well, what I was going to say is I've also had some people that have asked me about the retreat. How do you find out about a retreat and that kind of stuff? And so I'll answer that question as well. The retreats that I go to, friends have put together here in my area or close to. This particular retreat that's upcoming, I host it, and it's specifically junk journalers, but and just a kind of an invitational. I invite different people to come, and some of the same people. And but anyway, what I was going to say about it is I think it's connecting with people who are creatively inclined in your area. That's that's kind of how I've made what I call my art friends and stuff. And then so I think going, like, if you have a quilt shop in your area or a craft store, going to them and saying, do you know of any get-togethers in this area? Like the one I went to, was that last fall? Gosh, I guess it was already. It was all scrapbookers. Well, I don't scrapbook. I do my thing, my journal thing. And but it was fun because they knew nothing about journals, but they learned about it because that's what I was doing, you know. But anyway, that was, the gal who put that one on was a friend of a friend, and they had an opening, and so my friend said, well, what about Gail Agustinelli? I think she would fit in. So she called me, and sure enough, I got to go. So I think it's getting yourself out there in your own community, taking some art classes, you know, that it's kind of hard to do, to just to kind of put yourself out there with what you're doing, but it's worth it, you know. I mean, you make some great friends with similar interests. I one time went to an art class at a local art gallery that had classes, and I went with my hairdresser because we were talking about it. I was getting my hair done, I suppose, and we were talking about it, and she said, I really am interested in going. And I said, me too, let's do it, you know. So I'm just taking the bits, guys. There's no plan here at all. Just taking whatever bits I have left here and popping them on here somewhere. Okay, let's put like a sticker or something on that. Just kind of pull it together a little bit, or a fussy cut something. Maybe a bird. Oh, this poor bird. He has his beak squished. Oh, he's really big. He's a giant bird. Giant. He's too big. He's too little. I need somebody in between. He's too tall. Let's see. Not bad, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope, 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 nope. We'll try you, and then I'm going to move on to some other creature. He's not bad, but he sort of fades into the background. How about, I don't know. I think they're in this other book. I think I did some butterflies. I had a question on my video last night. Do I have a video on making these books? Yep, I have 2. So, and they'll be under tutorials in my playlists. My playlists are a good place to look. Okay, I'm thinking butterfly might. Maybe I just pop him right in the middle. I don't know what it is I'm not liking. I like him because he contrasts the most, I think. That one or this one. Yep, I think I like this one. We'll just go with that. Instead of spending time deliberating, we'll just move on. Yeah, so anyway, on the retreat, and then I have told people too, if you can't find one, create one, you know? I mean, I didn't know really of any junk journal retreats, so I created my own. And invited, the first one was really my friends from here in town, and And then I had made a junk journal friend, well, 2 in Montana, and I invited them. And a couple of the gals that I invited the first time were just from a class on journaling that I had taught. So I invited them. Well, now it's kind of evolved, and I have let's see, 2 people from the state of Montana, but not in my hometown. And then I have Jen coming from Denise was from Albuquerque. I have Jen coming from Phoenix. So, and her mom lives in Butte, which is right by the town where the retreat happens. So yeah, so I just I wanted to have, I've gone to a lot of retreats that are a lot of different creative endeavors, whether it be card making, scrapbooking, quilting. I have one friend that's an incredible embroiderer. I don't know what the word is for that. But anyway, a lot of different things. And I just decided that I wanted one specifically for junk journaling so that, we could give each other ideas kind of in real time, instead of necessarily on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, just to be able to inspire each other on the spot. So that's an option too. And maybe, like, if you don't know of anybody in your area that does junk journaling, maybe you create a weekend sort of workshop where you teach people how to make a journal. And then you've got your base of people to go from there. So, you might just have to get a little bit creative. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So there is that. Let's see. I was thinking of something at the bottom. What I think I might do there is I think I might grab in my handy dandy little box of these, and I think I might put a little definition down here. That kind of covers up Edith Holden though, doesn't it? No, I think I like that better. I like it better without. Okay, well, you don't know till you try, right? Okay. So then, stuff to put in it. Let's think about that, because this is my Artie Mays design team project. Let's grab let's see. Got a couple of folders here that have quite a bit of Artie Mays ephemera. Oops, see, it's fallen right out. So I was thinking maybe a couple little journaling cards, perhaps. I might have to cut them down a little bit to fit. I have these that are fun that I could, and I don't know what kit, you guys. I'm using up. So I like that one. I think I could. Yep, gonna have to cut it down, but that's okay. I think I'll cut it right in between here. It's a good bit for the bit box. Why am I having trouble getting in there? Because I glued it shut. Oh, cheesecake. That's the double pocket. I know, you were probably telling me that. I'm like trying to cram it in there, and it's like, okay, so I ripped it a little bit. Oh, shoot. Okay, glue, where are you? Oh, gosh. You know, if you don't think it's a challenge, videoing and creating at the same time, I underscore that every now and again for you to say, I'm blabbing and I'm not paying attention. Okay, look at this. And this. I wonder if we could make those into tags. That we could. So how tall would we want that? We would want that right about here. So I'm just maybe a little shorter than that. Okay. So I'm just gonna clip this off, clip that off. This one is shorter. So it's actually pretty good. Maybe a tiny bit off the bottom. And then I'm just gonna make it into a tag. So I guess this is a good example of when you're working with kids, you know, recreate them to make what you need for your particular project. Yeah, that's gonna need to be cut off a bit. Let's see, maybe right about at the tip of that little argyle thing. Or I don't know if that's called argyle. What is that called with all the diamonds? You guys will know. Okay, put that one in here. Be kind of fun to have something right there. You know, I have some long phrases. I gotta stand up to get into my stickers here. I have some long phrases in this one fun little, oh, it's Heidi Swap, but they're too long. Well, I'm really tempted. There's no place like home except Grandma's. And you know, this particular journal has my granddaughter Addie's digitals in there along with Artie Mae's, so I'm quite tempted to do that, and I think I'm going to, because that's what's speaking to me. And I've had a lot of people say I should give this, which I was thinking about, should give this journal to Addie. I think I'm gonna wait and see, because you know, my friend Lori made a journal from Addie's digitals and sent it to me for Addie. So I don't know that I am going to give her this one, because I want Lori's to be super special and unique for her. Okay, so I like that. We got a couple little journaling places, cards and tags. Then I think what I want is a paper pebble. So let's put a paper pebble to close that up. See if there's one that kind of looks like it would go with this. It's this one. Oh, that's one that I was gonna, oh, here's a butterfly. Let's do that, because that ties in the back of the card. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. So I've made these two pieces in this whole video. But That's all right. We got a lot of things talked about too. So let's see, art glitter. Okay, so I am going to pop that on there, right, kind of in the middle, and then that will keep that closed, keep that tucked in and closed. Yeah, so there we go. There's our little, there is our little yeah. Okay. Well, let's put that in. Just tucks under like that. Let's see. Let's make sure it fits in the pocket. Oh, wouldn't that be something? That would be par for the course. That fits nicely, and I like that. Okay, well, we have how many minutes? Couple. So I'm going to do this. Hang on, guys. I'm just grabbing something, and it's, of course, not being easy to grab. I think what I'm going to do too is this. I've curly cued my my little paper clips, so I think I'll do that real quick for this one too. So this is just a round jewelry plier, and I'm just grabbing the ends of the paper clip and curling them around to make a little bit, just gives it a little extra something. Then what I do is I take it and squeeze and just kind of squash it flat. Okay, so usually I put it here on the last page. I don't know that I can put it there. Maybe I'll just put it here. That's what I'll do. My little created by Gail. And then the last thing I do in every journal is put my bunny someplace. And so if you have a journal from me that is fairly recent, you will have a bunny somewhere in it. I try to just kind of hide him amongst things, and I don't put him on ephemera. I put him in the actual book somewhere. Oh, you guys, I told you we have Alfie for the weekend, and I think I told you in a previous video we have a bunny in our yard, and I'm so delighted about that. Well, my buddy Alfie, oh, that needs a tag. My buddy Alfie has chased the bunny. I have that, but I think I put it right there. I usually don't show you where I put them because I like it to be a surprise. I don't even know if people notice, but so there he is. I just put him somewhere. So that's always the finishing touch of my journal. However, I see that this little spot needs a tag, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to use this. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go right here. This is perfect, right? All of a sudden I got all sorts of awkward. Okay. Had a dream about one of my friends last night. I need to call her and make sure she's okay. I mean, it wasn't a bad dream or anything, but I always, when it comes out of the blue like that, makes me wonder. Okay, so that's got a little tag in there. That can be journaled on in the back. This is going in the bit box. Okay, I think that journal is done. Have to decide. I think perhaps we need a little something to tie it up with. I happen to have some pink seam binding right here, and I think this might be nice. Let's, when I put a tie on, I like to put it underneath the signature like this. And I'm going to just cross it, kind of, if that makes sense. Like so. Oops. That didn't work. Okay, I can only do one. Like that. There. Then it's kind of attached. And get the beads out of the way. Oops. One's way longer than the other. Easily adjusted, however. Okay, another journal done. I will do a flip through. You've seen me make this whole thing, except for the cover, which of course I just embellished because it was sent to me in its almost finished form. I just Gaelized it a little bit. But I will do a flip through of this if I decide to put it on my Etsy. But I am going to wait and see on this one a little bit. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll just see you next time. Bye-bye.